let's be real. Right now, with everything going on in the world, it can be really hard to find motivation. Something as simple as making yourself lunch or putting away the clothes you washed yesterday can seem like such a daunting task. It's much easier to stay on your couch, mindlessly scrolling through Instagram, where with each passing post, it sucks a little bit more life out of you. Like a dementor. Right now, social media and the state of the world is our personal dementor, sucking out our motivation and our energy. But today we are going to combat this, and we are talking about how to find motivation when you feel like Hey guys, it's Jess, and I have been there. And don't worry, this is not going to turn into a video where I talk about how we're all in this together. No, just no. But I've been there, and I still get there quite often where motivation is just AWOL, and finding it seems to be on par with a clueless treasure hunt. You fall into a rut, and if you're lucky, it lasts just that day, but sometimes it lasts a lot longer. And while fighting your way out of that funk is really tough, it can be done. The first step is to take a step. Get out of bed, take a shower, reply back to just one text, get your bread out of the pantry. Whatever the first step is, take it. I think oftentimes people lose sight of the fact that small steps, even the babiest of steps, are still steps. You're still moving along, slowly but surely. Remember the age-old parable of the tortoise and the hare? We learned that slow and steady can still win the race. Along with this, something equally important is to give yourself some grace. There is a time for discipline and routine, but there is also a time for grace. It's a balance, but grace is what you should always fall back on. Giving yourself grace in the most straightforward sense is just not being so damn hard on yourself. We constantly hold ourselves to a multitude of expectations, most of them incredibly lofty, that would take a lot of time, energy, or hard work, and even knowing all of this, we still beat ourselves up when that expectation is not met overnight. So take all of this to mean, just don't be so hard on yourself. Most things take so much more time and energy than we would ever imagine or expect. Sometimes life gets in the way. And then sometimes you are just not feeling it. Yes, hold yourself accountable, and yes, have discipline, but also be realistic, be nice to yourself for Pete's sake, and give yourself some grace. And don't get your hair clips caught in your hair. Morning routines were something I genuinely thought was invented by 2011 beauty and lifestyle YouTube, purely for views. I thought it was made up nonsense and dismissed it for years. It wasn't until about 2 years ago or so when I started looking more into self-improvement and reading about different successful people that I admired that a morning routine, actually having something to it, occurred to me. The consistency of waking up at a certain time, doing particular things in a certain order, and just having a bit of time solely to themselves. Having a morning routine allows you to start your day how you want to, with intention and a good mindset to help you get your day started off well. And also, just to clarify, your morning routine does not have to start at 4 a.m. You can start it at whatever time works best for you. And contrary to what it sounds like, you don't have to be a morning person to have a morning routine. But no matter what, having a routine, whether it's 3 steps, waking up at 8 a.m., journaling for 10 minutes, and then making coffee, or an entire 2-hour process involving exercise, meditation, breakfast, freshly squeezed orange juice, and more, having something to follow and stick to is going to wire your brain to have a sense of structure and set you up as best as possible to have a good day each day. Now, while there is incredible importance in a morning routine, having an entire daily routine that we follow every single day for days on end 100% can and will get monotonous and frustrating. We need structure, not the endlessly repeating intro screen to Shrek 2 on DVD.
What about Shrek 2, Day of the Donkey?
Oh boy.
So on those days where your daily routine and responsibilities echo Donkey blurting out bad suggestions of alternate movie titles,
How about Shrek 2, A Donkey Will Rise, or
Give us a break.
or something like Shrek 2, The Fellowship of the Donkey?
Please. This close.
Get the heck away. Take a step back, get out of your routine, and do something different. Take 30 minutes to play some music and dance around your apartment. Make yourself a smoothie and throw in something you've never tried before. Even just going outside for 10 minutes to check the mail can be really nice. Whatever it takes, break up your day a little bit and reset. As I hinted at in the beginning, social media can be a soul sucker. There are so many positives with social media and its accessibility, but it's also incredibly easy to get trapped in the pitfall of its many negatives. Now, my life-changing tip that I've been following for probably about the last month is that at the beginning of the day, I get done anything I need to get done on my phone, and then I shut it off. For me, it's maybe posting an Instagram photo and replying to some comments, maybe replying to some DMs or some non-iPhone texts that I might have, and then doing anything else that's exclusively limited to needing to be done on my phone, and then I shut my phone off. I shut my phone off completely for most of the workday except for lunch and a little bit during the evening for some catch-up and TikTok fun. Besides that, I shut my phone off entirely. Though this is somewhat of a dramatic measure, it's so effective, and I stand by it. Doing this has helped me waste less time, be less distracted, and I feel a heck of a lot better mental health-wise at the end of the day. So, if you struggle with habitually reaching for your phone and feeling like crap because of social media, just try it out for a week and see what you think. Some other small things you can do that make a big difference when it comes to getting out of a rut: changing out of your pajamas or sleeping sweats, and changing at the very minimum into daytime sweats, perhaps loungewear, activewear, or athleisure for something more comfort-driven, or, if you're feeling up to it, a whole outfit. The reason that this is so important is giving yourself that physical switch from night to morning allows you to feel you are starting your day fresh and helps you feel ready to go. Having a clean and productive workspace is also game-changing. I find that when there is physical clutter around you, it leads to mental clutter as well. This mental clutter causes lack of focus and distraction, and it's hard to get done what you need to get done. My tip is that as part of your morning routine or before you get to work, have a 10-minute tidy of your space, particularly your workspace. 10 minutes doesn't seem like a lot of time, but you will be shocked at how much you can actually get done in 10 minutes. Especially if there's music playing. Super pro tip, Cashmere by Led Zeppelin is 8 minutes and 28 seconds, and it's a great one to start your day to, and then from there you only have a minute and 30 seconds of cleaning left, and it just makes your day great, so would recommend. Writing a gratitude list, things that you are grateful for, big and small. For example, getting all green lights on your way home, getting to chat with your grandma on FaceTime, that white sauce pasta exists. Nothing is too little and nothing is insignificant. It's just about seeing that there is such value in everything and then bringing your mind back to realize it. My last small tip is to make it a point each day to do one thing that makes you happy, one thing that is purely for you, that brings you joy, and that you love doing. For me, I have a rotation between baking, trying new recipes when cooking, sewing, reading, and then playing either The Sims or Pokemon. And my last few pieces of advice that I want to share are ones that really help you shift your mindset and get in a better headspace. Number 1, remember your why. Remember why you started in the first place. Number 2, stop solely thinking about the end goal. Instead, shift your focus to the process and the progress. You learn and grow so much as you go through the process of something. Like the great Miley Cyrus once said, "It's the climb." And finally, when you are feeling all sorts of hung up and frustrated, when you are feeling like nothing is changing, nothing is happening, and you just feel like you suck, take a step back and recognize how far you've come. Think about how much farther and longer you can jog today than you could 3 months ago when you first started. Think about how last week you could say 0 words in a new language, and today you can say 10. Think about how just 2 years ago your Etsy shop was just like a little baby idea in your mind, and today you have 5 orders to ship out. Everyone has to start somewhere. The key to it is starting with that first step. thank you so much for watching today's video. This is truly such a special video to me, and I'm so incredibly proud of it. I had this idea and a vision in my head, and honestly, I didn't know if I could do it. And I am so happy with how it turned out and so proud that I was able to bring that vision to life, and now that I'm sharing it with you guys. So I am just so ecstatic about this project, and I'm proud and happy and all of the good things. Feeling discouraged and unmotivated have kind of just been the theme song to my life these last couple of months, particularly because of stay-at-home life, but then also just like some personal stuff that I've been going through in my own life. And so many of you guys have been asking for a video for tips for feeling motivated, and I kind of just shied away from it, and I didn't want to do it because I just felt that I wasn't at the place to be giving tips, and I didn't want to just make some video with all of these regurgitated, unavailing tips that were stolen from Pinterest. And I wanted to give you guys a video that was truly helpful. So now I finally feel that I'm on the other side of this giant, cavernous, bottomless pit that was my lack of motivation and the frut that I was in. And I finally feel like I'm on the other side of that. And of course, I'm still going to have times where I feel unmotivated and discouraged, and that's completely normal. But I'm not in this giant cavern of frut anymore. And now I feel that I have genuine, honest, and tangible tips that will really help someone get out of that frut. If you have any tips on how to get out of a rut or re-inspire motivation in your life, please share them down below because they will for sure help someone. Now, for today's quote of the day, I really wanted to pick something that truly echoed the energy of this video, and today's quote says, "Your hardest times often lead to the greatest moments of your life. Keep going. Tough situations build strong people in the end." Now, I remember back in the 10th grade, which was about 2010, 2011, my history teacher at that time shared something that really, it stuck with me till today. Now, what she shared was a metaphor about how we were all like little lumps of coal just going throughout life. And as we continued to go throughout life, we would have so much stress and pressure put on us. And particularly at that time, as we were going through AP testing, there was a lot going on. And she said that as we keep continuing through life, we would get even more stress and pressure put on us, so much so that at times it seems like we are going to break and give up. But somehow we're going to keep pushing through. We're going to keep trekking on. And eventually, all of that pressure is going to turn the little lumps of coal into diamonds. Now, while this technically is scientifically inaccurate, though both are carbon-based at their core, I still really like the analogy. I like the idea that life is almost like a rock tumbler where it's tough and tumultuous and kind of just throws us for a loop for a little bit, but ultimately it makes us stronger and it brings out the beauty that was within us the whole time. So that's kind of what I thought when I read this quote, and a little bit of like a life experience that happened that I thought would be neat to share with you. So think on that as we go into the week. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and thank you for spending a bit of your day with me. I really hope you guys like this video. Again, I put so much work into this, and I put so much emotion and time, and I hope you guys like it. So yeah, if you did, make sure to let me know by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing down below, because that would be very awesome. And that's kind of it for today. So again, thank you. I love you guys lots, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys, and good night.